So I'm Keith Bradby. I run a program called Gondwanaling. Been doing that for a long time now. And the essence of that is to get us all to be far more ambitious about how we look after the bush and move us on from just worrying about species or even areas, but to start thinking about how the whole system works. And in this part of the world, it's particularly about how it's evolving. You know, the Charlie Darwin evolution stuff is still rampant here, and you will get species that morph as you go across the landscape, and by the time you've done 100 kilometres, they've turned into a different species. But in the in-between bit, who knows what they are? They're just evolution in action, and that's what we need to maintain if we're going to have a healthy bush for the next thousands and thousands and thousands of years. This is the thing that just astounds me about WA. You've got this crystalline white sand, it's just silica. And then you've got this incredibly diverse and rich knee-high rainforest grows out of the top of it. You know, one of the biologically richest systems on Earth, and it's just growing out of white silica sand. And it's not despite the infertility of the soil. I think it's because of it. They've come up with all these wonderful mechanisms to get their life forces and nutrients from it, and that's pushed the diversity along. Some nice bit of genetics I was looking at the other day, which Dale Roberts down at the uni has been part of doing. We've got frogs that trace their lineage back 23 million years.
Really?
And those same frogs have evolved to meet changing conditions just in the last measurable time, a few hundreds of years. So you've got great age and great adaptability all in the one basket. But let's go see if the honey possums are out. So I drove over here in 1976, heading for the west coast where it rains a lot, and then I hit the heathlands, the Kwongan, the Banksia country, and just didn't know what I'd hit. It was amazing, and camped at the foot of East Mount Barron, and the next morning went to walk up East Mount Barron, and a big rounded prickly bush in front of me, so I just opened its leaves up, and it was the possum Banksia boweri. Great big flower in the middle, and there were 2 honey possums sitting on it, feeding. I didn't even know what they were, but I can still remember looking at that and saying, whatever this is, I want to live where it happens. Still here. Vertebrate pollination in southwestern Australia, more so than most parts of the world, I gather. And it can be the honey possums, can be the honey eaters. A whole basket of stuff relies on vertebrates, not invertebrates. Even though we still have lots of specialised plant relationships with native bees and wasps and so on. But these fellas, the New Hollands, I'm not convinced we've got the original balance, because they're a very opportunistic and aggressive bird. And once you get into these fragmented landscapes, they'll dominate, and you won't see as many of the western spinebills and the purple-gaped honey eaters and all the other ones that you'll get in a big hunk of bush.
Out on a nature study.
That's it. What about your nature study? How'd you go?
Oh, we got some snapper 10, 15, but too heavy to bring up.
Yeah,
We threw them back.
I got a nice feed of herring.
Can you read?
Yeah, I can read.
Where are you from?
Here.
Here? Where's here? There.
Albany.
How long have you been in Albany?
18 years.
All right, thank you.
You can occasionally jag something big there.
Yeah. All the best.
Good
I'm
on
gonna
you.
catch up.
Thank you.
See ya. There you go.
How about that?